While we wait for more people to join, I would love it if you guys can let me know if you're interested in any type of community events that we can host on the server. Just give me ideas. Like feel free to ping me and give me ideas on what kind of events you would like to take part in, you know? We're kind of just brainstorming more ideas, different kind of events we can host, fun stuff. Just let me know what interests you. Maybe it's something related to gaming or I don't know. Feel free to just let me know. Ping me in the chat. Welcome everybody. Just waiting for more people to join.
I'll see you guys at it. I was just jamming out.
Hey everybody. Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time it is for you all. As you already know, this is like a laid back community AMA. We do this quite often. Just drop any questions that you have in the chat. If you want to come on stage, raise your hand and we'll bring you up so you can speak and let us know what questions you got. And yeah, we'll keep it chill, as always.
All right, hello. We can get started. Let's say we're starting with 100, basically. Damn. All right.
Heck
So
yeah.
here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna give a little intro that you guys know what's good. Oh, I see a hand raised earlier. Let me bring this guy over. Let me bring you over, cat. Still lounge and chill. Still lounge and chill. All right. So brief messages and whatnot. I'm just gonna read the chat. We're gonna bring some of you guys onto the stage. Funny, I wanted to say congrats, you guys all enjoy the market. Yeah, I'm expecting a lot of questions that are gonna have some sort of relation to that. That's what a lot of Telegram questions are related to. But anyways, hello everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. If you haven't noticed, we got some cool things going. We got some cool things going. Okay. Uh, Oh, give me 1 second. AMA. Oh, we're gonna talk about Galaxy 2. Literally, give me like 30 seconds. Greet the people. Greet the people. Amanda and Asmi and Cat's trying to get on.
Greetings. Where did he go, anyways?
Okay, I'm back.
Oh,
What up,
he's
Miss
back.
Guys? What up, Miss Guys?
You missed greetings.
Miss
You
Greetings.
missed a very important part of the call.
A very important part of the call. All right. Anyway, so as I said, how's it going, everybody? A little sneak peek, or not even sneak peek. We're gonna give you guys some early information. Unless I realize midway, I'm like, oh, actually, maybe I shouldn't tell you guys that. But every time that happens, it's always good things. Operation Product Hunt, I'll get to that as well. See some questions related to that. But what I want to say is, um, we are cooking. We are always cooking. All right. So um, I would love to show some updates with that over time. Maybe not everything in this AMA here, but we will get to it. And I also wanted to say, guys, watch the community calendar. We got some cool stuff. I hope everything you guys see in the community calendar. I really hope you guys are participating in the UGC event. I had some people say my mic needed to be adjusted. So how does my mic sound actually?
Same as
Sounds
usual,
good.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, sounds good. All right, so yeah, announcements. If you guys have been checking, make sure when you guys check the announcements, like they're gonna be spread over. Like, check the announcements page, check the events page, check the quest page. Like, there's always gonna be some heat, so you're gonna want to pay attention to those. Um, Here, let me pop it open just to show you guys. But like, did you guys see that like Forbes was talking about us? That was crazy. That was like random. Like that was like completely random.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was like really cool. So they're talking about us, and again, this is just like how it starts, guys. And right now, we're just really focusing on just building and being ready, and preparing everything and making sure stuff goes crazy. So also, quick disclaimer: everybody that's in Operation Product Hunt, since I saw a question related to it, uh, just double check all your credentials are filled because I see we get a lot of participants, but it's not really adding up to what we're seeing on the website, and I don't want to disqualify like 50% of the people because of an accident. So just go back on Product Hunt, double check that your credentials are filled, and then you should be okay. But yeah, there's some people who need to check their credentials and whatnot. So next on the events here, I hope you guys are aware that we are having that UGC event, and I did mention that we made sure there's a lot of time for it. There's a lot of time for the UGC event because it is pretty big, and we want you guys to participate, even if you're not as experienced. It's worth a try. I think it'd be really cool, and we want to see you guys participate and even leave some feedback as well in the channels. So I think that's in terms of announcements that it'll start with. I'll just leave it at that. But also Galaxy. So a little sneak peek heads up. So there's a pretty decent chance that Galaxy is gonna get extended again. And I really didn't think it was, but I thought about it again. I was just not gonna do it again because we already extended it a few times. But I really thought about it. Um, I'm pretty sure we're gonna extend it again. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. So we're gonna extend Galaxy, and we're gonna support it for like at least a month. I'd say like until April 1st or mid-April. And yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So a little heads up on that. That's been everyone that's farming, everybody that's participating in the Galaxy campaign. I knew it'll be extended. Yeah, I was because I extended it a few times, but I was trying to avoid how many like times it's extended. But I really think it should be the last time we extend it. And hopefully I don't go ahead the next month. I'm like, oh, we're extending it again because I don't want to keep saying like it's extending. But yeah, Galaxy will probably be extended. So if you guys see an announcement in the next 24, 48 hours, like, oh, we're extending the Galaxy campaign, don't be surprised. All right. Oh, I also have to edit the quest so you guys can get some points for this one. I'm gonna start being a bit harder though. I start them hard and then people are telling me like, oh, I joined late, so it doesn't work for me. So I'm like, all right, all right. So I just changed it to like 15, 30 minutes. It depends. But as long as it's fair, um, as long as it's fair. All right, so I'm gonna start answering some of the questions. I'm gonna scroll up again. If you guys see any questions I missed, just you can read them out to me.
Yo, who added these cool stickers? They're so cute. Why
Which
didn't
ones? Oh
no,
yeah,
Paul made them. Paul,
all made them.
yeah, I tagged them.
shout out to Paul.
This guy.
They're so good.
Yeah, they're cute.
Yeah, I love
I
them.
had to, I had to clear a couple old ones to add them, but I think these align, better with branding and whatnot.
100%. We should get
Yeah,
more
they're
of these.
adorable.
They're so good.
Yeah, I like them.
All right. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start getting some questions here. Yeah, let me know if my comments aren't seen to others in Product Hunt. It means I'm not legible. Um, there are some people having problems with that. So I would say right now the most important thing is just make sure your upvote is still active. Like just make sure you could actually upvote. If you can't upvote, that's not the best. But I think honestly, I'm pretty sure it happened because a lot of like people came in really fast and liked, and I was trying to avoid that, but we didn't really have a lot of time, like to hit number one in the 24-hour range. We It's kind of hard to modulate that at times, so we need to be a bit more careful next time, which is a hint. We're gonna be going on product hunt again, so I need you guys to be ready for that. But that's gonna be in some time. We're just strategically preparing all of that. So when that happens, we're gonna need to do it a bit more of a sustained release. But anyways, for people that had their comments or their likes changed, just go back, try to redo it. You don't have to resubmit the form. It's just a matter of like just doing it. Because when we do the check, if I see like, oh, none of your things are here, or I don't see any of this is valid, then you're gonna be disqualified. So I'll be generous a little bit, but I really need to see the likes at least. Oh, the upvotes, like when you like click the profile, the upvotes, I need to see that. So I'm gonna do that. This 8 minute session will be on a Galaxy, probably. If I'm nice. I realized, yo, like the amount of points you guys get off the AMAs. I know we did that on purpose, but I realized like, that's adding up. Like there's so many points from the AMAs. But I think it should be that way actually. I think it's fair that it is that way. So yeah,
Someone
basically
asked
just
uh, if they can get the ocean test net roll. We're not giving that roll anymore because, it's not in the testing phase anymore. But we're going to have rolls based on the subscription tier soon. So just wait for that.
mhm. Yes, that's cooking. Oh yeah, for people that are subscribed to Ocean and you're looking for access to the channels, there's a link that's supposed to give you access to a channel, and we're gonna change the system a little bit because we wanted to have like some sort of verification. So if we do open the channels, we're gonna start by making it public, and then eventually we're gonna gate it towards your subscription. But we're just trying to get the best way to do that. So that's coming. But the channels exist, and if you're waiting for that and wondering what happened, don't worry, that's coming. I just create a game using Ocean and mesh you in the content. Oh, nice. Like, stuff like that. Like, if you do that type of stuff, make sure you participate in the UGC. Okay, let's see.
Um, Interesting question. What's the next step we are moving on to? Are there any major announcements ahead?
Um, yeah, there is. I just can't all say about it. So something that big that people are kind of seeing. People are like, oh, what's going on right now? Like, what are you guys doing? Like, what's your strategy in these times? And when it comes to like strategizing at these times, you have to be very careful and you have to be smart, obviously. So we're honestly just working on things heavily and we're developing, and you guys should be able to see that in the announcements and the socials. So the key is to stay updated with all of those, because I get questions and I realize people probably aren't looking at the announcements, the events, and not looking at the socials. And cool stuff is pending and still being worked on and being released. However, there's certain things that it doesn't make sense to just go full out with at this time. Like, yes, you guys want to hear good news. Yeah, you guys want to hear things about partnerships. You want to hear things about exchange listings and whatnot. But if you really think about it, does it really make sense to do all that right now? Obviously, we're gonna announce things, right? We're gonna develop things, but there's a really heavy emphasis on strategic planning and how we move forward. And I don't want to like honestly. I really just don't like saying things and be like, "Yo, this is hype and it's coming." But I had that really is the case a lot of times. Like we have a really cool partnership we're working on that I know like everyone's gonna like. I just can't talk about it. But we're not gonna announce it now. We're gonna announce it when it makes the most sense and it's the best time. So when that partnership comes, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's a really, really, really cool partnership that you guys would love to hear. But it's too early. And that's the type of partnership that you don't want to announce like when the sentiment is this bad. So it's kind of like a trust thing. Um, and I think you guys would also agree if you guys knew what some of these things are. Now, that doesn't mean we uphold information and we hold back information the entire time because that doesn't work, right? There needs to be a good release. And part of that good release is you guys seeing that we're building and developing. And we're still having events, we're still having community events, we're participating. And that's what's important. And the strong projects, the strong communities, this is where you show your strong community. If people are resilient during times like this and we're still building and people see like, oh, these guys are putting in work. That's important. That's very important. And all those things I was talking about in the other AMAs about being ready and it being a very important time in the project, like all that stands. It's just unfortunate what happened market wise. I'm not gonna lie. Really unfortunate timing. And especially post summit, right after summit, there was some crazy stuff that was really, really on the way, ready to be fired. And it's one of those situations where you have to step back and say, okay, yes, this was planned this amount of days after summit or right after summit, which was going to be extremely bullish or exciting. But it's important to kind of re-strategize here. So that's what we're gonna do, and I think you guys would be happy with it, honestly. Looking for more questions. Let's see. Yes, Dominic.
Somebody asked a great question. How should I upload for the new Ocean quiz? Should I record all the process or just a video of the app? So I'll just take that. I mean, just screen record and show us what the process was behind what you made, and then show us how it's working. And yeah, that should be it. You can also do like a voiceover while you're, on your screen recording to make it better and easier for people to understand. Presentation matters to some extent, but the main focus is the quality of your project, like what you've made and how good it is and how seamlessly it works. I hope that makes sense.
All right.
Um, when people do the AMA quest for Galaxy, can they do like each AMA and keep collecting points, or is it just one AMA
No, no,
per
no.
Galaxy account?
I renew it. So there's certain eligibility periods. So say we have an AMA today, I'm only gonna keep the quest open for like 2 days. Um, yeah, only for like 2 days, and then I close it, and there's a new one. So it's a really good way to farm points. I'm not gonna lie, because you get like 125 points per AMA. So it's actually like the method. So you don't
So
want to miss out.
this Nares says that it's capped, like Galaxy's capped at like 250 points. So he couldn't claim all the points.
Oh, for real? If anyone else is having that issue, put it in the comments. I could just remake the quest line. It's not a big deal. And interesting. Oh, okay, but one time there was a time when I edited it and it still counted as the same quest. So it might have changed, but like it might have changed, but it was still the same. So you already claimed the points for that specific quest, but it just looked different. I think I know what you're talking about. But just to be safe, I can reset it, and that's fine. Also, people wondering, we're asking if Shadid can make it. So some cool information. We're gonna get Shadid to join us in a really cool AMA with a group of people that you guys probably know. Really cool group of people that you guys probably heard of in the crypto space. And that's gonna be happening on Monday. You should expect an announcement on that, either today or tomorrow. And you'll check it out. Also, you guys probably heard me talking about Sarah a lot. Oh, I usually don't name drop it, but we're having a Telegram campaign also introduced, and we're gonna build on top of that. So originally what was gonna happen. After Galaxy, we're probably just gonna get everyone directed to the Telegram one if they're interested. But honestly, we're just gonna have them both at the same time for a bit. Just to get some engagement. There's gonna be some differences as well, and you guys will see the differences. But I'd love it if you guys participate. Join our Telegram. Bring your positive vibes in Telegram. The Telegram community is pretty different. But we have some really, really cool and loyal members there that I appreciate. Uh, yes, it's a different vibe in Telegram. So let's get some positivity there. Also, if you guys could engage in your language channels over there, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Another disclaimer, since you have more people joining, if you guys participated in Operation Product Hunt, just go back and make sure your upvotes there, your comments there. The most important thing is just make sure your upvotes there at this point. You have a decent amount of comments. And again, heads up, we're gonna have another release on Product Hunt. That's a little hint. I'm not gonna tell you anything else. All right, so we're gonna go back on Product Hunt. If anything changes, I'll let you guys know. But right now, we will be back on Product Hunt, and that's another example of, strategic planning and whatnot, right? So we got some cool stuff coming, partnerships. We got more releases. Cool beans. What if my maker's comment? I already kind of answered this. If your maker comment isn't available for some reason, um, I'll let it slide. I'll forgive some of them, but just try to make sure your upvotes are there. Like if you already submitted the form to be one of the winners, just go back on your accounts, just make sure you're upvoting, and I'll be generous with it. It's just because last time we all did it too fast, and I think partially that's was inevitable, so it's okay. Next time we'll do it in waves, I think. Yeah, you publish it and it disappears. Interesting. Yeah, also I will say there has been some bugginess on the product on the website, even from people from the staff side when developing things. So there is some problems with product hunt. Hopefully, it'll be resolved. But if your comments are deleted, just try again. If it doesn't work, then it's okay. You could like add a note to your submission, but it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Let's see. I support extension until I get all the shards. That's a good way to see it. Yeah, extension of Galaxy gives you guys time to get more shards. I don't know if you guys noticed, but people are definitely getting more and more shards. I'm seeing more Zenith candidates. It's crazy. We have a few people that technically can get Zenith like right now. So Zenith is approaching 10 people, which is crazy. Yes. I'm just reading your comment again. Yeah, I don't think it's because we didn't change the maximum amount. It's because of how I edit them. Like I had some people tell me they thought I made a mistake and put the time frame to 00, but I did that on purpose because of I was trying to hint at the AMA, but the date wasn't completely final, I think. So I just kind of left it open, honestly. I left it open. Again, remember on Monday we're gonna have an AMA with Shadid. That's gonna be on House of Command. Oh! I was supposed to say that, but yeah.
It's okay. We all slip up sometimes.
I slept for the first time. Who heard what I said? Who heard what I said?
Mistakes
Keep it low
happen.
key. Oh, okay.
Info only for this AMA.
Yeah, private info on the AMA. Don't worry. Keep it low key. But I'm gonna announce it like today anyway. Okay, it's okay. See, that's why there's value in joining the AMAs, guys. Okay, I can slip up and tell you guys things I'm not supposed to say, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm one of the ones organizing it anyways. So yeah, it's gonna come very soon. We're gonna drop an announcement, and you guys should join. It'll be pretty hype. Should be announcing it today. Oh my god, guys, don't get upset when I'm tiptoeing around my questions because I have to make sure I don't say anything crazy. Oh man, good thing I don't slip up. I can't slip up on the partnership. If I slip up this partnership, I'm fried. It's over for me. It's over for me. I can't slip up on the partnership that's coming. Hopefully. Uh, now I have to scroll back up. I went down to see the comments on that. Oh yes. Okay, so little heads up. So if anybody is holding on O chain, okay, we're gonna have an announcement that's coming for you as well. So what I would say is if you can swap, you can swap. O chain is being closed down. So what's gonna happen is if your funds, don't worry about your funds being locked at all. Okay. So there's kind of two ways to do it. I'm being honest. You could either do it yourself manually. But if you don't make it in time and your funds are locked, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna distribute. Um, we're gonna reimburse you. So all the money that you have on O'Kane, don't worry about it. I'll drop some more information, but it will close today. So if you want, I would recommend, if you have enough time, it does take some time. There's also some people are reporting liquidity issues on that, and we are aware of that. So what's gonna happen is, I want you guys could try to swap it out manually. Okay. At the end of the day, we're gonna update the screenshot, make sure everything's good, and everyone that swapped out themselves, you're good. But if you can't in time, or maybe the liquidity is way too bad, then we're just gonna swap you guys. Okay. Um, and we'll probably send it to the addresses that are submitted. All right. More information on that will come. But don't worry if the chain gets locked. Like if somebody like in the community, if someone's like, "Oh, what do I do about my O coin?" Let them know. Don't worry about it. Um, they're gonna be reimbursed. So more information is gonna come on that. Alrighty, alrighty.
There's a great question in the chat
What's up?
from a new member. I've joined recently and still studying the docs, and I don't understand how AI and Atlas data centers can be decentralized. They are physically in someone's possession. Can you please disclose it in a few words?
A few words. Oh, let's see. What's the best way to answer this? I would say, well, think about it this way. Like, if that's the case, how could anything be decentralized? Because the way I kind of see your question, right? Um, AI and Atlas data centers. There's data centers all over the place, right? And I think there's examples of it being able to be done. Like if you look at just the networks or other data centers, like we need it, and it already exists. So my answer is kind of a question to you as well. Like how can anything really be decentralized, right? I think it just matters in terms of, I mean, what's the technical way to say this? What's the most technical way to say this?
I think they wanna hop on the stage. Do you mind if I bring them on?
Oh yeah, we can answer it on stage. Give me a second though. We're gonna bring people on stage in a few minutes. So we're gonna ask some other questions, and then you could bring that question on stage.
Awesome. Keep your hand raised up, and we'll bring you up in just a minute or two.
Mm, okay. Should I upload a new ocean question for the process? Okay, honestly, guys, for that, just you could drop it. We're gonna use hashtags and stuff like that. Usually, I would create a form, honestly, and I think I might update it and add a form. I'm not gonna lie. But just use a hashtag, put it in the content channel. Everything's kind of in there. But you probably should record a video. Um, if you want to make it simple, you could just a video of the app, honestly, just to make it more concise. Because if you're making a quick video, or maybe both, why not both? Honestly, you could do a process video and the app. It's just a matter of, okay. Let me put it this way: if you have your app and you have a video, there's a very fast way of showing the process, right? Like you can show the code, like the prompts you use. So I would say have a quick, brief preview of that specifically, right? Have a brief preview of that specifically, and then just show the app. because we don't want the video to be like 15 minutes long, right? So I think there's a fast way you can do both, really. Um, but let me see. Let me see. Just to be safe while you're here. Give me a second. Let me just refer. Honestly, I hope that makes sense. Like, I think you can do both, but you don't want your video to be 15 minutes long. So because of that, I would say just use your own discretion. We have examples as well in the video. Like you saw, like there was just a bunch of apps just like that, right? So you do need some proof. Like you need a layer of proof, right? It just matters how much proof. So you will need proof, and then have the app. And if you need help, you can show me. Just show me the video, and I'll let you know if you need to change anything. If that makes it easier. Okay, what is slippage distribution? All that stuff's still pending. What do you mean by credential in Prod and Hunt? Let me see exactly what you're talking about. Credential? Uh, where's credential? Is it a word that I've said or is it a word that's in the announcement? Credential. Okay, I don't really see what you're talking about, but if you're talking about how to I see what you mean. Credential. Okay, so what I meant, I'm sorry, I was thinking about the Ocean UGC quest. Okay, so I would say that the credentials would be upvoting, upvoting the comment, leaving a comment, things like that. You have to do that, right? But some people can't leave comments, right? Some people can't leave comments. So what I would say is just make sure you at least have the upvotes. I'll just leave it at that. Obviously, I want everything, but just make sure you have the upvotes because we need those to determine if you're eligible for the rewards, basically. Okay. Is there any galaxy points there as well? If you mean here, then yes. But I'm gonna have to step out after this, so it might take a little bit before you see that. Okay. You ask here. I think scenarios. I'll fix that. So how long will be next Galaxy Quest? Well, there's the weekly quest that's gonna be updated in probably 24 hours. Then the actually everything within 24 hours. Everything I'm gonna do at once. To be honest. Any comments news about liquidity for tokens? Because there's no liquidity for OI also only an OI also prayer. Because of that, some platform mark coins are not trusted. Good question. That is also being worked on. I also need some more information regarding that. So when I get an update on that, I could relay it over to you guys. But it is being like worked on right now. And I don't know if that's a satisfactory answer for you guys because obviously you guys want things now, but there's a lot going on right now, so it takes time to get things processed. So I will provide updates when I have it. I would say it's under control, but I honestly maybe some people would disagree. But from being on the inside, I think it'll be fine and it's being like worked on, I would say. Um yeah. I burned my OBOT. Yeah. You're probably in wave 4 then if you burn your OBOT on the 8th. Um or maybe there's problems with eligibility. What pool are you in? Are you in Solana or Aptos? But
Aptos.
generally people that are in wave 4, like there's been a pretty like a delay on yours, and sorry for the delay. It was just bad timing related to around Summit. I'm really hoping everything gets finished this week, and I don't see why I wouldn't. To be honest, everything should be done this week because we're also going to be distributing people that are stuck on O chain. So that is also a merge in a sense when you think about it. Mm, when will we give airdrop for Galaxy and other like Zenith? I'm not gonna give the specific like the exact dates yet, but I'll give you guys like time in advance, right? I'll give you like time in advance for that. Don't worry about it. Um, can you ask, please? You can ask a question. Unless you want to ask it on stage, is what you mean. Mm, on video. Also, my cat. Announce the product hunt winners now. Unfortunately, no. It's we're announcing them tomorrow. Everything's on the community calendar. Like everything is scheduled. All right. My bad. I'd be better if the winner. Well, you're right. It should be based on who's the best in terms of choosing the winner, right? But with this one, this quest was it's very important that we had participation. So I don't want to be too strict, but there is a layer of quality you need. Like there's a threshold, and I spoke about this, and I don't know if we strictly wrote it on the announcement because I kind of forgot. But like if you have a low quality comment, it's not going to be eligible. It has to be meaningful and thoughtful, which we did right. I know we wrote that down. So if it doesn't fulfill the criteria as meaningful and thoughtful, and it's low effort and it just looks bad, then it's not gonna be counted. Like on Product Hunt's not like Twitter or X, guys. Like it's a lot of professionals on that platform, so they want to see professional and well written answers. So that's why we need to have it that way. So yeah, there's a threshold of quality that you need, but it's not like you need to write an essay. Let's see. Bring some people on the stage in a bit. I only see two hands, so there's not really a rush, honestly. I'm just gonna answer a few more questions. I'll say bring people on stage at like maybe five. When will we fully transition into DAO? Well, Miss O is still in training. So because Miss O is still in training, like the dynamic is still gonna be shifted. There is still elements of DAO though. And if you watch the summit, you've probably seen some information related to that. So kind of just stay tuned. Sorry to leave you guys on the clip there, but yeah. Okay, so people asking for roles about the designs and stuff. Keep with the designs, but the shards are kind of strict. Like, if you make like a good art piece, I can't really just give you like iolite. Like, you're better off getting a black opal. You know, um, you're also getting or like an emerald. Like, obviously emerald, right? But if you're asking for an iolite or a different shard for your art pieces, you probably already have emerald. So yeah, we like to keep it generally strict. However, and I was hinting at this, the way this system is gonna change. Also, I think some people need to hear this too. Like, don't get mad at other people for having multiple shards. Like, if someone wins another shard because they're really good, I get it. You want the shards, but if anything, we're just gonna be more lenient on how we distribute them because there's incentive to have bonus shards now, right? So there's incentive. So it's not like it's just wasted. People who have an islet and get another islet again, that's good for them because they're still stacking. There's gonna be relevance to that. But that doesn't mean people and I understand it's demoralizing for people who are newer and competing with these people. So that's why we're gonna find a middle ground. And there will be a middle ground. So I wouldn't say just don't worry, Just trust the process. Like everything you guys are worried about, drop your concerns, drop your comments, and we're gonna try to balance it. It's been like that since the beginning. So I would say save the stress, save the worry, just leave a comment. We'll talk about it. Uh, if 3 of the 5 account comments are visible, but only 2 accounts not, is it okay or better to resend the form? I would say don't resend the form. Just go back onto the accounts and see if you can remake the comments. All right, just try. I'm trusting you guys with that. If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. Okay. I'll be kind of generous with it because it's gonna go up to luck anyways. Like it's gonna be kind of raffled. So since it's randomized anyways, it's up to luck. Or Miss O. Probably get Miss O to do it. Let's see. Is it probably higher if we have comments and everything? Yes, it's gonna be higher. Like the more you drop, like the more you contribute to the quest or the product type page, there will be a difference. Okay. I think we can bring some people on soon. How long will be the next Galaxy question? Um, what do you mean by that? The next Galaxy question? Well, if you're talking about this AMA that I'm gonna turn into a quest, if that's what you mean, then that's gonna be open for like 48 hours or so. So Uh, yeah, I think in 24 hours it should be updated. So 20, like 48 hours from when it's open. Okay. If you mean the Galaxy extension that's coming, I'm gonna extend Galaxy for like at least a month. I'd say like a month in a week, or a month and 2 weeks, month and a half. We'll see. But Galaxy, is it enough to have a soul wallet connected in your profile? Unfortunately, I wasn't there from the start. Yeah. Usually you need an EVM, especially if you're trying to do some quests. But you could attach secondary wallets on Galaxy. If you need help with that, I can help you because sometimes Galaxy can get confusing. But yeah, a Soul wallet should be good. I just know, um, actually, you might need an EVM. I think at a base level, you need an EVM address connected, but you could also add a secondary wallet. Yeah, because with the tokens that they have, it's on EVM, so you need EVM for the best. Factual. Last time you said there will be 3 active people who receive OGs. I'm pretty sure I did not say that. Sorry. Pretty strict about OGs. Maybe I said something else. You might have heard what I said. Okay, mom was on the bottom of these questions. Uh, Exchanges are being cooked. Yes. Actually, let me just say this again in general for the people that joined here afterwards because we have like 50% more people. In terms of some of the disclaimers I mentioned earlier, so it's very important to pay attention to what projects and what groups of people are doing in times like this because it's very hard given market conditions. It's important to pay attention to ones that are building and that are being strong during these times because they're going to be the next ones that are ready for when the market recovers. And that's what we're doing. If you pay attention to the social media, if you pay attention to the Discord, you're gonna notice that we're still there and we're still working on things. And like for example, like Forbes, they spoke about us like on our own. Like we had nothing to do with that. They just wanted to talk about us. That's really cool. We're launching different products, partnerships, and also the Ocean Creator Challenge. So just stay involved with that. Stay involved with the community. When you're in the community, you get information first. And yeah, stuff like that, we're gonna strategically plan. We're not just gonna drop it all when market sentiment is like the worst. Like I saw Fear and Greed at 10. Like if Fear and Greed is 10, um, you need to be like one of the big. You need to be like someone huge to ship that. So I think it makes more sense, and you guys would agree. It's better to strategically plan for when we release some of these things, and that's what we're gonna do. But we're still gonna release things as time goes on. I think this is a really good opportunity to build, and we're all constantly gonna build. So you're gonna get updates to that. Can't get Emerald Shard at the moment because my Twitter's suspended. That is not true. That is not true. We have a content channel. If you don't have X because it's suspended, just post your content in content channel, and you can still get Emerald for that. But I will say, guys, don't do that unless you really need to because it's infinitely easier when you guys have Twitter. You know. So let me see. Do you have Emerald yet? No, you don't. So yeah, I would say post your content. You can even do it in the Telegram content channel as well. But make sure you do it here primarily. Yeah, Emerald is kind of hard. Like honestly, the trick about Emerald is either like super super high quality or super super like consistency. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay, I got it now. There you go. Did it just get it announced? Damn it. Oh, that's so funny. Guys, look. It was announced. I did leak information. Let's go. So yes, House of Chimera, House of Chimera. We are having the AMA on Monday. So please come over for that. Please come over for that. Okay, I'm at the bottom. I'm gonna bring someone on stage. Bofon, what's good? I'm gonna bring you on first.
Dame Wonder, hello.
Yo, what's up? How's it going?
So good, good. So I have three questions. First question about the old market. When we could see the beta test of the old market, like in a week or so.
Good question. Good question. Um, a week. I don't know if I'd say a week, but it's possible. I would say you're gonna get more information in March, but that's very broad. So I don't think that's good enough to just say. But it is true. I think in March you're gonna get more information on that. I would say just kind of kick back, relax, and stay tuned. But you guys like be comfortable knowing you're on the wait list. Like you're gonna get it, like and you know if you're on the wait list. We released the criteria to be eligible, so you will know. And just stay tuned. Yeah.
Okay, so the second question is about conferences. So will someone from a team or you or Amanda or like someone will go to different different conferences because I'm going to go on a conference in Warsaw. Oh,
Oh,
I
cool.
was just like thinking, cool. Will you be there?
Um, Me personally, I'm probably not going to. I know Denver's going on right now. But I will say I think there's an event. Uh, I don't want to say the exact event yet, but I think there's an event that's happening in a month or two from now. Yeah, a month or two from now, and some of us will be attending, I believe. So if you guys are going to any events, leave them in general. Let's talk about it. We'll see if you end up showing up. Like it could be spontaneous too, like random joining. For me personally though, I don't have a specific event in mind that I'm gonna be attending. But I'll let you guys know when that happens. I'm usually working from home a lot, so hard to travel, you know. But yeah.
Okay, so the first question is, do you know how to add the UX design in like in Ocean in game or something in app?
Oh, that's
Because
a good question.
I'm asking him to add the UX, he just changes the colors. No, maybe do I need to edit by hands?
Oh yeah, no. So that's a really good question. That's pretty technical too. So what you could do is, I mean, if you have experience, there's examples of ways to create games in this UGC on like chatbots and stuff like that. So what we could do is two things we could do. One, we could guide you to how to do that, or I'm thinking it might be useful to prepare some more videos on teaching people how to do it. And but you can find it online because you could do some of that on other areas. Um, but you can do it all in Notion as well. So I would say do some research online on how to do that with kind of other related, on platforms, and it'll give you an idea. But as long as it doesn't 100% need to be Ocean. Like if you need to manually make some changes for the UX, then go for it. That's fine. I think you should do that if you need to, as long as most of it is developed using Ocean. I hope that kind of answers. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. All right, let's get some more hands up. I'm gonna bring up Wanna be. What's good? What's good? Hello, Wanna be? Hello.
We cannot hear you.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, we
Uh,
can hear you now.
oh, now you can.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey there.
Sorry. Thanks for letting me in. And yeah, I'm new here, so sorry my questions something that you've answered before. As I asked in the chat, I don't really understand the centralization part of the of who's because when it comes to blockchain, I kind of understand it. We have validators, right? Every validator has a node on its personal PC. He validates it, and hence we have decentralization. No one has it in one place. But with Atlas, I guess infrastructure will be in one place, and I honestly don't have any idea how you can make this decentralized, and I'm not sure it's a problem, but it might be if, for example, the core team members change in the future and the core technological um, infrastructure is in the wrong hands. So how can this issue be addressed? Thank you.
Okay, so that's a good question. Now, I wish you asked that when we had tech, because he could give you a very, very in-depth answer. But honestly, I would say it's kind of similar to the first thing I said to you the first time. So, but I guess at the core of it is gonna come down to ORI. So you seem to have, so you know about O Atlas, and do you also know about O Pacific?
But yeah, actually very cool. I never heard about anything similar. Like, do you actually plan to make it underwater, or
Oh yeah.
even even with that, it will need to be maintained, right? So someone will have access to it over time, right? But yeah, it's probably the best method there is to make it decentralized.
Do you know about ORI? Do you know what that is?
Oh, no, no. Or
Yeah, O routing intelligence. Okay, so that's why. So the way that's possible, again, this is similar to the previous answer I had for you, but through ORI, like that's how it's gonna help a lot and make it possible. ORI is O routing intelligence, so that's gonna be the way we kind of allow it to do all those things you're talking about, like be fully decentralized and just operate independently and govern, by the community. So it's gonna be like obviously it needs to be supported. Like the infrastructure needs to be supported. So that's where it's gonna be supported by. It's gonna be supported by the network of nodes and like data centers. So that's the things you're gonna get in O Atlas Pacific. So the key or a big factor in that is ORI. And ORI, we should have some information on that online and also the research paper. I'm not sure if the research paper got fully released yet. If it's not, it should be very soon. So I think I'll be very interested for when that gets released. But I hope that kind of answers your question.
yeah, pretty much. Okay, I will continue to study because I'm not ready fully yet. Just hopped in on the armor. Thank you very much. And I have one more question because I honestly joined the project because I kind of fear sentient AI or and like this whole thing. Yeah, like no joke. Uh, and I think it's better to know what you fear, right? So reading your docs, I never found any words about the AI being sentient, yeah, only being sovereign, right? But you want it to be like this huge AI agent gathering your your whole company, and I guess in driven by the community, it will have open access to the lots of data, free data, and thereby, is there any reason to fear it becoming sentient in a way?
That's a really good question. You have good questions. You said you're new, right? Yeah, you should show up more often. That's I'm looking at your
Yeah, okay, thank you.
yeah, but I that's a very good question. That's very important. We have to consider. So the way that Miss O is being developed, she's being trained specifically, right? Now, in order to kind of have Miss O be what we claim she's supposed to be, we're gonna have to keep certain things set. And what that means is, if we say we want her to be sovereign and work for the people and for the community and be governed by the community, certain things need to be established and set. So that's why, in terms of that training process, we're setting it to the point where she can be sovereign and she can be powerful, but she is for us. And the day she becomes, she stems away with that, it should be possible because that's not the way she's going to be designed. So it's not something to worry about, in my opinion.
Oh, so like as the most major rules for robots, like rule number one, don't kill the human being and stuff like that. Like it will be hard coded in the system itself. All right. And the last question I've got recently, I hopped in on the story protocol project, and it's about like making data that IE is trained on. Um, like rewarding artists and people who provide information that IE is learning on, right? And I was wondering, either there is similar system in Miss O, like what data do you use to train it, and how do you possibly reward people who made the data or were included in the process of gathering data, so to say?
Yo, I'm sorry I keep saying it, but these are really good questions. All right. So first, I want to ask you. You read the docs. Did you watch the O Summit video, the presentation?
No, I want to have been here for like a few days, a little bit chat, a little bit in dogs. I'm still figuring stuff out. I'm very new.
Okay, I'm gonna send that to you. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna answer your question. So the way the system we have right now, a lot of it isn't fully taken over by Miss O. Thank you, Amanda. That's the video. She put in the comments. You should watch that. So it's not fully taken over by Miss O yet because she's still in training. So the way we do it, the community department, is very heavy on those operations and just giving that data, and also other departments as well. But when it comes to community specific data, we kind of facilitate and we're kind of oversee a lot of it, and we actually feed that data to Miss O. So for example, so a lot of times they emphasize things like, oh, put your things in the content channel. Now Miss O also processes data that isn't in the content channel, but for someone like me that needs to organize and categorize the data to give to Miss O, it makes it infinitely more easy, right? So we use things like the channels, we use things like the forums, right? So when we have quests and stuff like that, a lot of times we ask people for forums and they submit their data. They submit maybe like their Discord username, their Twitter, content they create. All of that is used to be processed by Miss O and make those kind of decisions. And back in the day, what we did, and back in the day, I mean like a few months back, we actually had, and we still have it. We have a big document that we've been developing for months. That's thousands of submissions by people in the community, like thousands. And what we would do, we would put information and we would manually grade it, right? We would grade it ourselves, and I think I could talk about this, but we would grade it, and then Miss O would have her own grading as well, and she's very accurate. She's very good, but we need to train her to, or back then we needed to train her to be um to consider certain things. Now she's been developed, so she's even better now. Um, but yeah, it's just input from the community everywhere, like YouTube, Twitter, Discord, Telegram. Yeah,
That's actually that's so simple and yet effective. Great idea. I will watch the video, and that's it for me. Thank you very much for your answers.
yeah, good questions, man. I hope to see you in the community more often, Jeremy. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome
sure. I will
question.
come. I will come more often. Thank you, guys. Bye.
You should
See you, bro.
definitely join us when we bring on the engineering department for an AMA. You've got amazing questions.
Mm.
Sure, I will. From this point on, I will keep my eye on the events. I just got my hands on it, so yeah. Thank you very much. I will sure to join. Okay.
Thank you, brother. Thank you,
Have a
brother.
good day, man.
All right, it is 11, so we are gonna wrap this up again. I'm kind of trying to localize all the information I'm getting from like all the different platforms like X, Discord, Telegram. Some people still don't know that we have this video. Amanda posted it. I need you guys to watch this. I need you guys to watch this. You guys will still probably have questions because there's so much, but the presentation for O Limitless Summit has a lot of really cool information, and I think we need to raise the bar for the understanding we have about this project. All right, so again, I told you guys beforehand. I'll tell you guys again. It's a beginning after this, and you're gonna start seeing that, and you guys should start seeing that already. The things that we're doing, but again, because of market conditions and whatnot, the pace has been changed. But we're still strategically doing things, and I'm saying this again because it's important. You guys have to understand. You guys know I can't always give away the information off rip. Like there's heat being prepared. Like we have heat. We have crazy partnerships. We have um like exchange listings and stuff are cooking. All right. And we just have to do it at the best time. So I'm gonna wrap that up. If you guys have any last questions, I got about 30 seconds to drop them in chat. But yeah, stay tuned for Galaxy stuff within the next 24 hours. If you have any questions, you could even leave them in here. I could answer them later on. We had a lot of people today. I was not expecting this many people. House of Chimera, uh, AMA Monday. Shitty's gonna be there. It's gonna be on X Spaces. Any new partnerships for OSOL? That's also what I mean. Also, I don't know why people think we're not paying attention to OSOL. OSOL is being like cooked too, guys. Trust me, everything's being cooked. It's OI and OSOL. We're not forgetting about either one. It's just now it's a really rough time market wise, so we just have to be resilient and patient, and we're gonna keep building. So that's important. All right. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you guys, and bye.
Have an amazing day, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Thank you for joining in.